Argentina securing a bonus point victory over Canada and lifting the trophy, but nevertheless still lots to play here for tonight. This is test match rugby, best on best. Both of these sides having qualified for the Rugby World Cup later this year in Japan, trying to formalize their squads, and really all these players on the field right now trying to put their hand up for selection, Colin.
Yeah, absolutely. This is right before the big show, so every player is going to want to play their best rugby leading up to this World Cup.
Let's take a look at the Eagles so far. Am I talking during that, or is it the highlights? USA opened the tournament with a comprehensive 71-8 victory over Chile before being stunned. Okay, and what I heard highlights with the play-by-play from Dallin. Am I talking over the Brazil highlights or just cueing them? Okay. Okay, ready whenever. All righty.
Here we go.
You got it. Okay.
Current temperature in Seattle. It's 6 degrees.
We got to look at Fahrenheit.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Thanks for catching that, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the teams for tonight's match. First, the starting 15 for the Uruguay National Rugby Union. Number 1, Frank Mateo Sanguinelli. Number 2, Booker Herman Kessler.
From Starfire Sports Stadium in Seattle, Washington, it's round 4 of the 2019 Americas Rugby Championship with the United States hosting Uruguay. Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brian Kelly. Happy to be bringing you play-by-play coverage here on a beautiful evening alongside former USA Eagle Colin Hawley. Colin, what a fantastic event here we have here tonight.
It's International Test Rugby in Seattle, and the rugby community here is here in force. With two evenly matched teams, the USA has their job cut out for them this evening.
While technically the ARC was wrapped up last night with the Argentina 15 side securing a 4-point bonus victory over Canada in Langford, British Columbia. Still lots to play here for between these two sides. This is test match rugby, as Colin said. Both these sides looking to impress with all eyes on the 2019 Rugby World Cup in Japan.
Yeah, every player on the squad right now is looking to play their best rugby. The coaches are sitting there with a keen eye looking at each individual performance. Who's putting their hand up? Who wants to play at the big show?
Absolutely. Uruguay opening up the competition with a 20-17 win over Canada and a 20-5 victory over Chile before dropping to Argentina 15. And the USA dominant in their opening game against Chile 71-8 before an uncharacteristic loss 45-14 against Argentina 15, and then bouncing back with a scare against Brazil. Not their best performance by their standards, Colin.
Yeah, we heard from the coach earlier on, just a little lack of focus. Brazil came back in the second half a bit. USA is really going to want to focus to put in an 80-minute performance tonight as we're wrapping up this ARC.
And now Mikey Teo flips it over the top. Is in the corner. They go deep with a restart. Don't take it cleanly, and it's flicked off to Lasike. Paul Lasike, the big unit, gets the one-handed pass when Mikey Teo's in the corner. Wengluski was missed, so they go a couple behind the back passes. Campbell goes to Teo on the outside. Mikey Teo in open space, peels it back in. It's Quill for the line. John Quill has got a stunning.
Well, passionate stuff there from the Americans, dominant with ball in hand, and there's going to be lots of offensive firepower against this Uruguayan side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uruguay will get a free, playing with the advantage here. Little kick through there by Kotz, bounces back.
This Uruguayan side, 8 players in the roster in the starting 15 with 50 or more caps. You cannot buy that type of experience, led by their captain, Juan Manuel Gamanara from blindside flanker. And also keep your eyes on Diego Manyo, 86 caps before his 30th birthday. That's some pretty incredible experience.
Yeah, absolutely. In the back 3, look for Gaston Mieres back there, marshalling the deep 3 at 15. He's going to be an awesome attacking threat for Uruguay.
USA with 2 wins in the competition. Uruguay with 1 lone victory back in 2016 to start the competition. That was down in Montevideo. Since then, it's been all USA with a thrashing last year, 61-19 in Montevideo, 29, 23, and 27 back in San Antonio, Texas. And this American side so dominant last year in 2018, looking to build on that in the Rugby World Cup year. Taking a look at this USA lineup. In the front row, Chance Wengluski beside the big man there. Returning to this USA Eagles roster, Joe Taufete'e. And he is 1 try away from becoming the all-time try-scoring leader for front row players. In the back row, Tavita Tamalau, Hanko Hammerscheis, and Cam Dolan forming a pretty formidable trio, and plenty of experience out in the backs. The big man, Paul Lasike, looking to smash up in the midfield. The captain, Blaine Scully, on the wing, and the speed man, Will Hooley, at fullback. And now taking a look at this Uruguayan side, the youngest player in this forward pack, Germain Kessler at hooker, 43 caps, but only 24 years, pretty impressive. Ignacio Dotti in the second row alongside Manyo, and Juan Diego Ormacheo in the flank.
Yeah, the number 15 we mentioned before, Gaston Mieres, coming at 29, 64 caps, and 13 tries to his name, and 4 at the Rugby World Cup in 2015. The guy's dangerous.
impressive roster for this Uruguayan side. They brought back all of their stars looking to upset this American team. As we take a look at the conditions here at Starfire Sports Stadium, it's an absolutely beautiful conditions in the Pacific Northwest. 42 degrees, perfect conditions as the teams start to enter the field here. There we go. The Americans always pumped up any chance they can play at home in front of their home crowd. Blaine Scully, passionate leader, leading them out onto the field, representing the USA 44 times, including the 2011 and 2015 Rugby World Cup. Couple of big bodies right there in your shot as well. And now Los Teros also entering the field. Should be a fantastic contest here. 4,500 capacity here at Starfire Sports Stadium.
This is that moment before the game where you're circle arm in arm with your boys and you hear the national anthems, and this is the calm before the storm, ladies and gentlemen. International Test Rugby, not a prouder moment to represent your country, especially for the USA on home soil right now. What a special moment for all these players.
Well, just handed some late additions to this USA roster. Olive Khalifi is in at number 1 instead of Chance Wengalewski. We'll provide more updates as they come in from that.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the play of the national anthem of the United States of America.
Passionate national anthem for Uruguay and the Star-Spangled Banner here for the home side, USA. And there's the man who's in charge today, Pablo De Luca from Argentina. We'll have 2 ARs on the sideline as well as a television match official here today. This is the home of the Seattle Seawolves in the Major League Rugby, champions last year. And as you said, Colin, this entire city has really embraced Major League Rugby.
Yeah, Starfire Sports Stadium, you'll have the collegiate representation here and even the men's club competitions here. It's just become an amazing rugby hub, and the city has just accepted rugby open arms. I mean, you're down at Buffalo Wild Wings watching in the MLR previews on TV, but, you know, no better rugby crowd than here in Seattle.
And now international test match rugby. United States wearing their blue jerseys. And in the lighter blue will be Los Teros from Uruguay. Once again, my name is Brian Kelly alongside Colin Hawley. Happy to be bringing you live play-by-play coverage here. And we are underway, round 4 of the 2019 Americas Rugby Championship from Starfire Sports Stadium. Deep kick coming in from the Eagles, landing inside the 22. Uruguay gathering that one up. Wasting no time, pounding that one downfield into the hands now of Hooley. And that one kick is off the mark, going sideways. And that's giving Uruguay an opportunity, but it's spilled forward now into the hands of Tamalau. But unfortunately, crossing their wires on that one, unfortunately. And now Uruguay will have an excellent attacking platform here.
Pretty standard stuff for the start of a match. Nice high restart from the USA and just finding their feet a little bit. Both teams, like we said, it was evenly matched. You know, getting the ball a little squirrely. You know, most of the time you get a few hits in, get your shoulders going, and you find your feet in the match. Just a little bit of that going on right now for both squads.
Well, Uruguay setting the tone right away. Federico Favaro, 27-year-old, pointing to the posts. About 2 meters on the other side of halfway, looking to notch the first 3 points early in this contest. He's got 99 points in his career, 8 tries, 19 conversions, and 7 penalties.
When you play a team like Uruguay and they can actually kick this ball and they're really accurate at it, it becomes a really difficult game to play because you get a penalty on the halfway marker and they're knocking them down. You have to be almost perfect.
USA head coach Gary Gold saying they took too many penalties last weekend, especially around the scrum with that powerful Brazilian pack. As this kick goes up, does it have the distance? And it goes off the front post. That means this one is live. A little bit of scrambly stuff here for the USA, and Captain Blaine Scully just awkwardly pounds that one into touch. So USA caught sleeping early on here.
And nice off the post. He had the leg from beyond halfway. You know, USA has protocols that get it out to the wing, and Blaine probably wanted a little more purchase on that kick, but got out of bounds. But Uruguay has a great attacking platform within USA's 22.
Here's the high-hanging kick from Will Hooley. That one going awkwardly. As Uruguay setting the platform now, getting the drive going. This is the first chance we've seen him with ball in hand. As it breaks out in the open field now. That's Kessler, the captain, driving forward, and that ball has been spilled into the hands there. So USA up to the task, defending inside their 22 early on. Here's Ruben De Haas.
Oh, that's a great kick to the sideline. Ruben De Haas just peppers that to the halfway. USA get out of jail free card here early on in this match. Well done.
Uncharacteristic knock on there, as we can see it. Driving forward there is Herman Kessler, as we can see USA's defense resetting, and then the captain Juan Manuel Gamanera spilling that ball forward, causing the turnover. But Uruguay ball once again, setting the attack. Over the gain line for Los Teros. Good tip ball, breaking through there is Brambis, and here they go. The first line break of this game. Uruguay on the attack. Have to reset the defense for USA. Big tackle in the midfield there by Tamalau. Into contact there is Freitas. One Uruguay player looks to have been Juan Diego Ormachea. Getting a bit of medical attention, trying to get back in the line.
It's a great scramble by the USA. Nice line break from Uruguay. The Eagles had to get back, and now their defensive line is set.
Tackle coming in there from Paul Mullen. Uruguay managing to continue to break the line. Driving forward just about 2 meters out now. These are the hard yards, folks. Just 2 meters shy. USA trying to scramble their defense. Driving over the line. Try is awarded. Well, I'm not sure who had their hands on it. And yes, there it is, Matteo Sanguinetti. The prop smashing over the USA line, and the home side here caught sleeping early on.
Yeah, the big boys in the engine room for Uruguay just went to work down there. The big line break led to that position down there next to the goal line, and just the big guys going to work. Nice pick and drives from the outside. Take another look at it here. Great continuity. Look how quick the ball's coming from the Uruguayans. The USA needs to slow that ball down in force, just driving forward. They need to get in those pillar positions. But Uruguay doing a good job getting quick ball, and the big boys going to work and get an early try in the front lines here.
Well, he went right up the middle there, didn't go around the outside. USA players on the fringes of this breakdown went straight through the middle. Not much there that USA could do. Looking to add the extra 2 points here. This is Favaro, the winger.
Johnny.
And he splits the upright. 7-0 lead here early on. Uruguay leading USA.
For Uruguay, that's a prime time to start. Getting an early line break, getting down into the Eagle end. USA Eagles need to handle this kickoff and pin them down there, get a kick out to touch, get something going offensively.
Back on the attack now for Uruguay. Deep kick, forcing Uruguay deep inside their own territory as they reset. Going to the open side. Arata finds his man on the blind. Just decided to send that one into touch, slow things back down again, giving USA a line out just inside halfway.
Great kick, clearance kick by Uruguay. Now the USA has their first attacking platform ball in Uruguayan territory. Let's see what they have on set piece. You got Big Joe Taufete'e throwing this ball in. You know, they missed him the last game, so he's going to be a big factor here. Got to nail these throws early, get the set piece.
Taken well at the top there by Nate Brakely. Smashing forward there, as you'd expect. Lasike, he's a hard man to bring down. Almost surely going to break the gain line every time. Out the back now. Numbers on this near side. Into the hands of Blaine Scully, the captain, taking it into contact just outside the 22. USA resetting back inside ball now. DeHaas. Good double tackle there in the midfield against Chivetta. This is good sideline to sideline here.
Nice run by the big man, good rumble by the Eagles. They need quick ball.
They've got numbers on this open side if they can use it. Good step back off his right foot there from Bryce Campbell. DeHaas going blind once again. Scully, little show and go himself, wrapped up by 2 Uruguay players, just nearing this touch line. Good driving forward there from the Eagles. Plenty of gaps in the midfield. This ball out to over the 22 now. Going to come back to an earlier penalty. Uruguay not rolling away is the call. So some good momentum here from the Eagles, countering after that early try.
That's great continuity from the Eagles, hitting side to side and really threatening the line. You saw a couple of moments there from Big Joe Taufete'e and the captain, Blaine Scully, on the wing, just being able to have these moments of hitting the play, moving it away quickly, and they get the penalty. Looks like they're going to go for touch. They back their line out, get a drive in, see if we can get an early Eagle try.
Absolutely. They need to try and get this home crowd into it. And there's the man to do it. Taufete'e, always going to break the gain line. 21 caps for USA, 15 tries scored. And the other big man there, Paul Mullen, driving forward once again. As we set the line out, about 10 meters from the Uruguayan try line. Executed perfectly at the back, setting the drive. This home crowd cheering them on.
Here we go, the big boys going to work. It's the big shove battle we've been looking for. They wanted to prove themselves against the lack of performance against Brazil. And here's Joe.
Well, there's Joe. Can he do it? History is made. Joe Taufete'e, the all-time try-scoring leader for front rowers in World Rugby. Joe Taufete'e Congratulations.
The big man, Joe. We missed him against Brazil, and he comes in and makes an early mark. You check out this maul here. He's at the back. He's so dangerous with the ball in hand, but the big boy's in front, getting a good platform. And just all of a sudden, he sees a little space out to the right, and then boom, he's away. So quick off the front foot, breaking 2 tacklers, getting over the line. You've seen him done it time and time again. And the all-time try scorer in World Rugby, they're dotting it down and slamming it down with authority. Congratulations, Joe. You legend. You deserve it.
Well, he's in with some pretty impressive company. He was tied with Keith Wood from Ireland on 15 tries, and now he's taken the #1 title. And before that was Sean Fitzpatrick from New Zealand. Played 92 tests compared to just 21 here for the Eagles. So pretty impressive stuff there from the man from Long Beach, California.
Now that's exactly what the Eagles needed to get back into this. They had some continuity play and not deciding to go for points, but pumping that ball in the corner really is a motivation lift. You answered back against Uruguay. You scored a try. Big Joe, getting the whole time front row try scores list there. And USA missing this kick, but both teams, we said this was going to be an even matchup, and this has proven to be it with only 10 minutes gone here in the first half.
Will Hooley off the mark with the conversion attempt. 7-5 is the score here. Uruguay leading the United States. 11 minutes gone here in the first half. Back underway off the boot of Juan Manuel Cat. Driving forward over the 22 now. Eagles looking to get back down in Uruguayan territory. There's the try score, getting it done again. A beautiful one-handed offload. That's excellent stuff there. Cam Dolan out the back, finding Lasique. Off the boot now of Hooley. This one lands inside the 22. Uruguay electing to keep this ball back in. Will McGee have to gather this one up as it's along the deck. He's got plenty of time. A little bit of aerial ping pong between these two sides. That one sailing well into touch. Not much that Nicholas Freitas can do on that one. USA gaining some territory.
Oh, what a great kicking exchange there. USA coming up the victors with that one. The Uruguayans traditionally a great kicking team with ball in hand. For USA, I know it's been a part of their game that they've been improving upon year after year. You just saw that. Winning a kicking exchange is incredibly important.
Line out now for Los Teros. Manuel Gamonera into contact. A little bit too high body position. USA holding him up, slowing down the breakdown. High hanging kick off the boot there of Arata. Back on the field here after serving a couple games suspension. After a hit against Andrew Coe of Canada in the first game of the Americas Rugby Championship. Electric scrum half here for this Uruguayan side. 22 years old, 33 caps and 13 tries. Keep your eye on him. Uruguay electing to just kick this one back downfield. Good burst of speed, but up to the tackle there. These two sides just jockeying for field position.
Not to touch.
That one's staying in once again. These two sides just trying to find a break in the armor as they work it out to this open side. One man to beat. Blaine Scully trying to drag him towards the touchline here on the far side. Good tip ball there. Contact, and the USA Eagles have stolen it. Here's Lasique. He's got two men on the outside. Kicking downfield. Now the chase is on. One Uruguay player has to be back quickly, and he will look to just run this one out. And a big tackle on the far side. Well, that's going to get the home crowd into it. That's Marcel Bracchi setting up some excellent platform here for the USA.
Talk about changing ends of the field. Great turnover from the middle of the pitch. Just lose the ball to tackle. Taufete'e gets the ball here in the hands, and that's training, ladies and gents. He's getting out to the outside. The nice chip kick coming through. No space, or there's completely space in behind. Now watch this from Lasique out to the 13. Campbell just put it back there, and the kick chase is what we got here. Now we have a line out. USA wins it cleanly.
Now once again, USA setting the drive. Taufete'e trying to get his hands on it, and he does. He's already got one try here today. USA trying to recycle this. pushing us over. We'll have another try here for USA. That's Taufete'e. He's got his second here tonight, fresh on the pitch, back for the Eagles, and he's already got 2.
Oh, that's Taufete'e for 2. And the man keeps on scoring. He's a score-trying machine. That was an absolutely great team try. Started from the turnover and the great kick chase, pinning Uruguay down to the corner. But his throws, he's nailing the jumper, he's nailing the lifter, bringing that down. And look at the squad here, just so tight. Impact, you know they were training that all week for the Brazil game, the 4-pack. I told you they wanted something to prove here in this match, and they're doing it right now. Just this unit is looking to do something special here tonight. And Joe just driving it over here, getting a second to his name. 2 for the Eagles right now. We go up 10-7 above Uruguay.
Just over 15 minutes gone here in the opening half. If you're just joining us, beautiful conditions at Starfire Sports Stadium, just south of Seattle, Washington. This is Will Hooley looking to add the extra 2, pushing his side past Uruguay. Certainly well struck, but the flags stay down. Score now 10-7 in favor of the Eagles.
Looked like a good strike there from Will Hooley. He's just not getting it through the sticks right now, and that might come back to haunt him. 10-7, every point counts in international test rugby.
Well, Uruguay are going to have to get this sorted. That's 2 driving mauls, 2 tries for the Eagles. Taken well, just at the 22, off the restart now. To Haas, going to the blind side. That's the big body of Hammerscheis. Hard man to bring down as well, just outside the 22.
Let go!
A little slow play here for the Eagles, trying to get the breakdown inside the 22, therefore giving them the option that they can kick to touch. Here's De Haas, but that's blocked into the midfield now. They're going to have to gather this up quickly, and that's Campbell, 10 meters from his own line. De Haas. Plenty of bodies. Defensive line here from Uruguay, standing tall. That's Hammerscheis still going once again. But the referee going to penalize Hammerscheis. Well, some excellent play there from the Eagles, but now fantastic platform here for Uruguay deep inside Eagle territory. And they will kick to touch on this.
Now a little tit for tat here. Uruguay just a couple of meters out from USA's try line. They're going to go ahead and try to win this line and dig one over on the USA Eagles. But, you know, what a play by Uruguay right there, blocking that clearance kick and the chase out and getting over the ball for that turnover. That's exactly what they needed to respond to 2 unanswered USA tries here.
Kessler finding his middle jumper. USA setting the counter. This home crowd cheering them on. Ball at the back. Who's got their hands on it? Santiago Arata. He's got his hands on it. Referee allowing it. Here's Arata into the midfield now. Lasique brings his man down. Good counter-rucking there from the Eagles, and they've stolen it. But we're going to come back to the earlier penalty. In from the side is the call, I believe. Well, they look to have stolen it, but another penalty in favor of the visitors. We'll see if they just elect to kick to touch once again.
Yeah, another penalty by the Eagles here within their own end. Dangerous stuff. You got to wonder how many they're going to let them give up here before they get some more points on the board. You know, keeping it clean right now is pivotal for USA. You know, Coach Gold's saying that they gave up a little too many penalties in last match against Brazil that kept them in it. You know, hopefully they kind of circle the wagons here and clean up the gameplay. Uruguay knocking at the door.
Once again, setting the drive. Referee saying that's once they need to use it. In the hands of the man at the back. Here's Arata. Driving forward now. Villaseca. Arata. Nieto. Good defense here from the Eagles. Big gaps, but that ball is spilled forward. And USA, the defensive line, standing true.
Great defensive stand by the Eagles. Coming together there, making double tackles and getting that ball squirting loose. Now they get another get out of jail free card, but it seems a couple times these Uruguayan players going into contact, they're getting a lot of purchase on these double tackles and kind of poaching and hawking the ball in these contact areas. Uruguayans giving up a few balls early on this half. Maybe a tactic USA came in, trying to get those tackles, double tackles, and get that ball out of there.
Nick Savetta getting a bit of medical attention just in front of the posts as USA clear their line out now just inside the 22 meters.
USA line out coming up.
Well, it looks like a contact. It's not an injury. He's just replacing his contact.
Big man's got to see out there. He's going to be tossed up in the air and trying to get Big Joe's ball.
From Scarsdale, New York, currently playing with Doncaster Knights over in England. But that one's stolen by Uruguay, giving them plenty of opportunity here. Into contact there is Rombis over the 22. The USA need to reset their line. Smashing forward there, Sanguinetti. Arata. Driving forward there, Prada. This is good stuff here from Los Teros. Spilled forward, but no, referee says it went backward. Into contact once again is Prada. Brought to ground there by DeHaas. Simple stuff here from Uruguay, just one-off runners from the scrum half. Now they spin it out wide, into contact there. USA up for the challenge there. Looks to have been stolen once again. Who's got their hands on it? And the penalty in favor of the Eagles.
There we go again, the Eagles double tackling the Uruguayan players and getting that ball out from the tackle. They are hawking that pill from the Uruguayans right now. You thought they might have been in trouble not nailing that line-out throw. Taufete'e missing Savetta. But again, in the tackle, you see Big Cam Dolan there looking to rip that thing out.
Hammerscheis has his hands on that one, referee. Awarding it to the Eagles, now a deep clearance kick back inside Uruguay territory.
I've been really impressed with the Eagles' line speed coming up and their line integrity. So far, double tackles have been really soaking up these Uruguay defenders. You know, besides that first line break in the beginning, they've been pretty standard coming up and no line breaks. But here we go again with Joe, and he nails it this time.
And here he goes, boom, once again, the big man, the inside center. Hard unit to bring down. Taufete'e once again over the 22. USA sniffing for the line once again. Referee, I believe that was called as a knock-on. We'll have to catch a glimpse of that in the replay. We couldn't see it from our broadcast booth. Let's scrum down now for Uruguay.
How dangerous is Paul Lucico at 12? You know, it's a set-piece play. Joe nails Savetta in the line-out, and you just give it to the anvil and Paul Lucico going in there. He's just, you know, one straight line crash dummy. Takes three Uruguayans to bring him down, but really impressed with how dangerous he is ball in hand. But unlucky to get that knock on. Let's see if we can get some scrummage going down here.
Uruguay inside center, Andres Villaseca. Congratulations to that man. He's playing in his 50th test cap here today for his country, and the reward for that is you're lining up against Paul Lucico. A tough task in your opposite number. So far, he's been up to the challenge. Big shove here from USA. Ooh, referee gonna reset this one, but that's a good shove there from this home side. We'll see if we can get a replay of this.
USA Eagles, the men up front, the hard men, the big boys in the engine room. Coming from Brazil, you know, talking to Sean Pittman, the assistant forwards coach, he said Brazil must have like one of the top 10 scrums in the world right now, and they really wanted a better performance last week. I'm sure they were scrumming down hours and hours before this match, getting the timing right, getting the binds right. But you can see it right now. They have something to prove.
Uruguay were lucky in that one not to have lost it. We'll see what happens here on take number 2. Once again, just going to reset. That one going straight to ground.
And here we go again. The big boys getting it done. DeHaas right there cheering on the big men up front. Get another big push on.
But the hand has gone up in favor of Uruguay. Now, Colin, you and I won't for a second begin to brag that we know what's going on in that pile of humanity, but it's gone in favor of the South Americans. As we catch it one more time, is this one going down? Americans penalized for dragging it down from the loose head prop. Giving a chance now for Joaquin Prada to clear inside American territory.
A big battle up front with the big boys. You know, a lot going on there in the front, the binds. And to me, it seemed like they were holding on quite a bit there, but it's going to be a battle all night for the boys in the front row. Nice kick to touch for Uruguay, and now they're back inside USA Eagle territory. See if the boys can get up and get a contest.
Here's Kessler. Going to the middle jumper. Arata just sneaks that one past the hands of Nick Civetta. Long arms with a body that's 6'8". Out the back now. Little spin move there from Gaston Mires. Uruguay sniffing for their second try here. 26 minutes gone in the opening half. Tip ball taken well. A big hit there from Taufete'e. Captain now driving it forward. That's Manuel Gamanara. Arata working this blind side. Driving forward there. Nicolas Freitas over the 22. Big hit, big collision there. Uruguayan player getting some medical attention. Uruguay down to 14 players here on this offensive attack.
Pretty straightforward attacking platform from Uruguay. We got, you know, single passes and single runners. Just USA coming up and just knocking runners down. It's just huge collisions down here on the field. So we see one Uruguayan player receiving some medical attention. Just absolute car wrecks happening on the line.
That's Juan Manuel Cat, the fly half. As Arata has a quick word with Pablo De Luca.
Yeah, you would think right now Uruguay with man down, get some medical attention. They might want to go ahead and kick for points here. Thought they might have been slowing down a little bit in phase play. You know, get some points, even the score line, get the ball back. Yeah, it looks like he's going to go for points here.
3-point game. 12 minutes to play in the opening half. Definitely some exciting phases here from both these sides. Trying to break the game open, establish the dominance. We've seen both teams getting plenty of territory in the opposition.
This is a big kick from Favreau. Outside, well within his range to tie up the score. 12 minutes left in this first half in the approach.
Here's Favaro. Certainly has the distance, but missing on the left-hand side. We'll have a 22 dropout now for USA. So that's 6 missed points there off the boot of Uruguay. We'll see if that comes back and plays a factor late in this game.
Such important piece of the game to nail those kicks and the points after. You know, both teams leaving some points on the board from just errant kicks here.
Deep kick coming off the boot of McGee. Uruguay happy to just send this one high up into the air, giving all sorts of pressure.
Oh.
He's overcooked it. That's Will Hooley back on the inside. Here's Uruguay looking for their second try. Going for the line now. Can he get it down? Yes, he has. Try for Uruguay. What a beautiful break there from Federico Favaro. Well, he missed off the boot, but he's got himself 5 points. Watch this play once again. This is a highlight reel score from the winger. Well, he seems to have gutted himself by landing on the ball by scoring the try, but you know what? He's got himself 5 points. Excellent stuff from the Uruguayans.
Incredible try from Uruguay. I mean, it was such a hanging high ball here. You can check it out. Here, Mieres just pumps this thing up in the air, and a great chase by the Uruguayans. Can't handle it as Hooley, and then into the hands of the center, Villaseca. He just finds the support, and we all know support scores tries. That's Favaro just getting over the line and scoring another try from Uruguay, and looking dangerous, pumping that ball in the air. They're really great with the ball and kicking the ball great up and under, you know, and just when you don't have a fullback coming in there and taking it cleanly, you never know what's going to happen when the ball drops. Oh, no.
Well, that's an unfortunate miss. He's still holding his stomach. Looks to have been winded as that one misses, hitting the inside post and then sailing off the right side. So that's 8 points missed off the boot there from Favaro. Nevertheless, they have a 2-point lead here as we pass the 30-minute mark in the opening half.
And just like that, Uruguay up by 2. USA with a couple good moments here, getting down early on and getting some good pushovers from Joe Taufete'e. But other than that, pretty quiet on the offensive front. But those high balls, Brian, so difficult to handle, especially here under the lights. Looked like Hooley was trying to catch those 2 hands above his head. It's just so difficult to do with people running down your throat, ready to hit you.
Well, Marcel Bracchi hasn't had a chance to get the offensive gears running, but he's made 2 big tackles, and he's got Uruguay pinned deep inside their own half here off the restart. And that kick is blocked into the midfield now. That looked to have been DeHaas, who's got their hands on it. USA ball. This home crowd is fired up, looking to retake the lead. They need to recycle this ball quickly. They may have lost it. DeHaas trying to gather this one out. Not releasing is the call. So some sloppy stuff here. But once again, USA, as they did after the first Uruguayan try, now they're back right away, sniffing for the try line.
We've seen a couple of block kicks off some opportunities to clear, and just right there you have to have blockers right outside the ruck, but 2 block kicks right there, and USA comes up with a gift right in front of the Uruguayan line. It looks like they're just chatting it over with DeLuca what exactly happened to that little boxing match down there.
As we catch on the replay here, getting a good jump on it is DeHaas, hitting him right in the stomach and landing in sort of no man's land, bobbling between the 2 players, playing a bit of pinball. Finally diving on that is Nick Savetta. And it's a bit of sloppy play here. Nevertheless, ends up in the hands of the American players as Blaine Scully has a quick chat with the referee. We don't have comms, unfortunately. Can't quite hear what they're saying. But nevertheless, an opportunity for for USA to retake the lead.
Captain America Blaine Scully just having a word, making sure everything's going right with the squad. You know, so much relies on his relationship with the referee, and the USA slots it over, taking the USA score 13, 1 point above Uruguay on a great defensive pressure effort. And then a penalty, get it over the line. Here we go. We said this was going to be an even matchup, 13-12 with only 7 minutes left to go in the first half. This is a cracker of an international, fellas.
Well, the fans are getting their money's worth here. This one back underway. Manuel Cat Hangs it, caught there perfectly by Will Hooley, and a line break on the far side. That's Hammerscheis. Well, he's a big man, but he's got plenty of pace, as we've seen time and time again, putting the Eagles on the front foot. Here's Lasica, caught in the midfield, but he's still going, fending off one tackler. Finally brought down now just over the 40-meter line. Open field kick here. Interesting option there from the Eagles. Two players back waiting for it. Uruguay hanging this one up once again. Taken up into contact by McGee. Numbers on the blind side. There's Taufete'e. Supported by Bracchi. De Haas just slowing things down, going for a box kick. These two sides electing to play with the boot here today. And a big contact in the air. That one looks like it could be a penalty against the USA. Cannot touch the player in the air, and the timing was a little bit off on that one.
Looked like Hooley chasing down there. When the player's there, you cannot touch him. You know, not really getting up in the air to contest the ball, but tackling the player in the air.
We'll see if we can get a replay on this one. Box kick coming in from De Haas, hanging this one up, giving his chasers plenty of time to get underneath it. Big collision, unfortunately. We'll see if we can get it once again on the replay.
Just a little pushing and shoving there, a little cheekiness. You know, when you're out there playing international test rugby, you're on the boil right there. So your passions are high. When you get a little penalty like that, and, you know, it wasn't intentional at all. He was going up for the ball. You're chasing down there as hard as you can at full tilt. But going up for it, you have to contest it if you're that defensive player. Otherwise, you leave him alone, let him come back to the ground safely, and then you give him a wrap up. But, you know, Blaine Scully there again, the captain, going in there, having a word with DeLuca, making sure this wasn't malicious, this was something that just happened. So slowing it down now. And having a word.
No cards dished out. USA will still have 15 players on the field. Under 5 minutes to play in the first half. Some big runs from that man there, Paul Lasica.
Yeah, he's just a pleasure to watch, the big men at 12. And, you know, the traditional lineup with your back line, you have the heavy anvil at 12 on set pieces just going out there on right-handed balls. And, you know, he's just a great add to this USA Eagle squad and so dangerous.
Just outside the 22 now. 4 minutes to play. Setting the drive. Gaminara going himself out the back. Here's Arata stepping off his left foot, getting under one tackle, brought down there by Paul Mullen inside the 22. Uruguay looking to retake the lead here before the end of the first half. Arata. Gaminara. Good tip ball. Could have been forward. Referee says play on. Breaking the line there is Sanguinetti. Advantage in favor of Uruguay. Arata. Slow ball there, taken into contact by Villaseca. Into contact there. Ormachea. Referee says that went backwards. Uruguay maintaining possession, but they're backpedaling here. Arata. Out the back now. Couple of danger men on this near side. That's the try scorer, Federico Favaro. Good attacking phases here from the Uruguayans. Trying to find a break in the line. Good step off the right foot. No. And a beautiful line break. This could be another try for Uruguay. Dotting it down there is Juan Manuel Cat. A brilliant solo try there from the fly half. And Uruguay retaking the lead once again.
It was pretty straightforward attack play from Uruguay. They're going hands out to the side and just staying on the job. Phase play after phase play. Support was there. The ruck was there. And the way they resource those rucks is so quick. And we had mentioned USA's line speeds being so quick in the beginning. Well, taking a look at it, great ball out to the side and just a little bit too lax on the drift. It looked like number 6 there, Tamin Lau, just over pursued a little bit in the inside support. One of the big men in the front row just couldn't get there and open up the space, and that's what good fly-offs do. They get a little half gap and dart through and score a try. Uruguay goes ahead with only 3 minutes left in the half.
think that's the 4th lead change so far in the opening half. Still have 2 minutes to play here. Uruguay up 17-13, and we'll see if Favaro can, or pardon me, Andres Villaseca has been brought in for the kicking duties here. 3 uncharacteristic misses there from Favaro, and we've got a new boot on the field. Well struck, and it is good. The conversion is successful. 19-13 is the score. We've got about 90 seconds to play here in the first half. USA trailing.
Pretty even matchup here in the first half. Uruguay doing a good job exploiting just a little half gap to get that try. USA is going to want to pin these guys down and get some points on the board before the end of this first half and end it on their terms.
Well, an interesting play, dancing on that touch line, giving USA an opportunity, but can't quite find the mark. Another botched kick, sailing into touch. So USA pinning them deep with the chase off the kick, but bit of miscommunication in the back 3.
Yeah, they were gifted just a little bit of a squib kip on the sideline from Uruguay, and just the pass and counterattack out to the outside didn't go to hand. They had to go back up, and Uruguay's line was already up there. Forced the errant kick, and just an opportunity going wanting for USA here to end the half on their terms. Uruguay now with a nice little short line out throw, and their ball in USA territory.
Well, looks to have been knocked straight. Tempers flaring up a little bit here, nearing the end of the first half. Now it's a ball here for USA. We'll see if they try and set some phases and go for some more points, or inside their own half just kick this out and head into the sheds. Can't find the handle on that one. Ainu'u tries to spin it out off the back, and that'll be the end of the first half. So 4 different lead changes between Uruguay and USA. We knew it was going to be close, Colin, but certainly some exciting stuff. We're at Starfire Sports Stadium. Uruguay leading USA 19-13 here as part of the 2019 Americas Rugby Championship. Stay tuned, we'll be back. Highlights of the first half.
USA Rugby is on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Google+. Connect with USA Rugby on social media to find game scores, news, and the latest updates on rugby in America. We meet live action presenting and music. United and follow at USA Rugby to get more information on rugby in the United States. Don't forget to stop by the President stand outside the main gate to buy your rugby in the future tonight. Having fun tonight, Starfire?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Starfire Sports Stadium here in Seattle, Washington. The visitors, Uruguay, holding on to a 19-13 advantage over the USA Eagles, shocking this home crowd early on. My name is Brian Kelly, joined now by Colin Hawley. Was this the start that you were expecting in the first half, Colin?
You know, it was a good start in the beginning of the game. A couple line breaks from Uruguay, but USA answered back nicely, and some 2 tries from Joe Taufete'e. But, overall, they need discipline. I was in conversation with Lou Stanfield, 3-time World Cup player for the USA. What he's actually trying to tell us right now is that, you need more discipline. The coach actually told that as well. So we need to hit, make our physical prowess imposed on this match, and improve our discipline. Big stuff from Lou Stanfield.
And we're going to take you through the highlights. The visitors getting it done early on. Driving forward there, the big bodies driving forward. Here's Arata, little pick and go around the fringes, scooting forward just 2 meters from the line. And it's Herman Kessler, the hooker, going right up the gut, scoring the first try of this game. As we see right here, USA not able to stop him as he dives over the line. That's Herman Kessler getting it done. Now here's the Eagles. This is a record-breaking try there for Taufete'e, breaking off one, breaking off another, touching down. That's the first of 2 for the big man. As you see, here's another one. USA just too dominant with the driving maul. Taufete'e with his hands on it. Reward for the hard work. Now the all-time try-scoring leader among front rowers in World Rugby. And then the Uruguayans countering once again. Fullback Will Hooley can't get his hands on this one. That's Federico Favaro stepping off his right foot, back off his left, touching down. Blaine Scully can't get a hand on him. And here's USA blocking this kick off Ruben De Haas. A little bit of bobbled ball there from both sides, giving the Americans one more time to add 3 points to their lead. But once again, Uruguay, as you see, another fantastic run from Hermesheis. Plenty of excitement in the opening 40 minutes here. Here's Uruguay, step off the left foot there. Beautiful stuff from Juan Manuel Cat, scoring the final points. That's beautiful stuff there from the fly half of Uruguay. 6-point lead here for the visitors.
Yeah, we knew this was going to be an even matchup going into it. I just felt at the end of the match, USA had a little bit of ill discipline, and they lost some of those kicking exchanges where they really could have got some more points on the board at the end of the match and ended it on their terms. But at the other side of the park here, Uruguay took advantage of those opportunities, especially that late try by the 10, just the drift from the inside, not taking the man from the inside out. And a nice try by Uruguay to go ahead on this match.
And we're going to take a quick break, and we'll send it down to our interviews with head coaches Esteban Meneses and Gary Gold of the United States when we're back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Starfire Sports Stadium here in Seattle, Washington. We are just moments away from kickoff in the second half. USA Eagles trailing Los Teros from Uruguay 19-13. Exciting contest here at the home of the Seattle Seawolves. And we've got the USA coach Gary Gold, followed by Esteban Meneses of Uruguay.
Second week back home, pretty disappointed in last week's performance, or certainly patches of last week's performance. Stages in the second half where I really think we lacked concentration, and we got a fright, when we let Brazil back into the game. So, our focus points this week have been concentration for the full 80 minutes, and obviously coupled with a very, very strong discipline. We realize against the improving teams like Uruguay and Canada and Brazil, that pose a threat, and so it's really important for us to not only stay on winning ways but also improve our performance significantly. Obviously we want to work really hard and win that battle of the set piece, not only at scrums and maul time but also at line out time. It's something we do pride ourselves on, and let ourselves down a little bit last week. Again, credit must be given to Brazil because they've got a powerhouse scrum, so massive congratulations to them. But that was a lesson for us, and something that hurt quite badly. And so we've got the same again tomorrow with a strong Uruguayan pack. So we've got our work cut out for us, and looking forward to that challenge. So for us, it's an important 2 games that are left before we then really only have 3 games before we go to Rugby World Cup. So it's pretty important.
Strong words there from USA coach Gary Gold. Now here's Esteban Meneses for Uruguay.
We have a very good match with USA. We expect a very good match, and USA have a good forwards, and very strong and very fast, and the same in the backs, strong and fast. We have a very good opportunity in this match because USA is in the number 13 in the ranking, and we have an opportunity. It's a tournament very important for us for preparation for the World Cup. I can see the other players because we need more players for the World Cup. Uruguay have a very good forwards, very good backs. They have 10 players play in the league.
There you have it. All eyes on the 2019 Rugby World Cup taking part later this year in Japan. Stay tuned. We'll be back with kickoff of the second half. We are underway in the second half. USA trailing Los Teros 19-13 here. Narrow 6-point lead. USA gathering this ball, giving opportunity for De Haas to kick this one high up into the air. The chase is on. Sloppy play from both his sides, but it's gathered up now by USA. Getting the attack going here. Here's Lasique. He's got 2 men outside of him. Little chip kick there. Grubbering along the field now. Uruguay up for the challenge just inside their own 40-meter line. Plenty of bodies on the open field. Smashing forward. Tackle coming in there from Ainu'u. Here's Arata. Uruguay has been deadly with kicking this ball downfield, just pushing USA deep inside their own territory. The chase is on now. Will Hooley getting up for this one. Trying to bring his man down, but he can't do it. Slicing through the midfield. Fantastic hand fend. But that ball looks to have been gone forward, but referee says play on. Onto this open side here now. Stepping back in. That's Favaro over the 22. Uruguay once again using that kick as a platform. Setting themselves going forward. Here's on the blind side now. 3 bodies if they can use it. Favaro cutting back. Finally brought down. About 15 meters out from the try line. Into contact there is Ormachea. Arata. Big smash in the midfield there from Rhombis. Numbers on both sides here. Driving forward once again is Ormachea. Brought down by Nick Savetta. Slow ball here, stepping off the right foot. Once again, this could be another try, just 1 meter shy. That's the fly half. Juan Manuel Cat on the outside. And we will have try time in the corner. That's Federico Favaro, the second in the game for this winger. And just like the first half, Uruguay getting things done right off the bat here, furthering their lead. 24-13 with an extra 2 points up for grabs.
What a dream start for Uruguay to start off this second half, this international test match. Only 2 points behind the USA Eagles squad. And ladies and gentlemen, it all started from that high-hanging kick that Uruguay had and counterattacked. And here we go. Let's have a look at the try. Nice dummy back inside, stepping. Nice tackle by Hooley in the end. But Uruguay with the players on the outside, the overlap was there and just out to Favaro, and he just has an easy dot down. Uruguay's playing with such speed with the ball in hand, and at the breakdown, they're just getting to that pill quicker, and they're moving away faster than USA can realign. A little bit of a problem from USA there. Go ahead and circle the troops, figure out how to go ahead and stop these players and slow the ball down so they're not getting such a quick ball.
Some fly halves like to play a more stationary game, like to just dish the ball sideline to sideline, not attack the line, but that's not the case for Juan Manuel Cat, who has scored 1 try in this contest so far and set that one up with a blistering run, just 1 meter shy from the line. The kick now coming in, just missing on the right side. That's off the boot of Andres Villaseca. 24-13 is the score line now. USA will need to get this home crowd back into it, Colin.
Yeah, I mean, their defense needs to come up and hit these guys and not have them have positive yards in these runs. But you got to meet them at the gain line and go ahead and make sure they don't get that forward momentum going. USA needs to pick up their spirits here and start making some big hits and get the contact going again on their favor. Nice kick. USA got him behind the 22.
Excellent chase there from the Americans. Tackle inside the 22. Here's Arata, slow ball. Trying to psych out the defense. Arata, excellent clearance kick. Here's Hooley. Just sending this one back. The forwards just having to sit tight. Taken excellently there by Nicolas Freitas. Plenty of bodies out on the open side here for Uruguay if they can use it. Big hit in the midfield there. Spinning it out to this near sideline. Wrapped up in the contact there by Campbell. Arata. Blaine Scully trying to sneak around the blind side once the ball was out. That's Manuel Gamanera, the captain, taking that one into contact. Here's Arata. Loves that little stutter step. That one looks to have been blocked. Here's Ruben De Haas, stepping one way, stepping the other, beating one defender, getting the offload. Here's Campbell. Big runner from the outside center over the 22 now. What do the Eagles have? Can they rally? Can they get this home side back into it? There's Savetta. Blindside now for USA. Back inside, trying to get the offload. Scully keeps it in. Referee says play on. Touch flag does not go up. Ball going to the ground, but it's won there by the Uruguayans. Diego Magno.
What a great play from USA right there. Off the block kick, Ruben De Haas making something out of nothing on the sideline and finding the corner. Campbell getting some hard yards there, the big runner at 13. USA did exactly what they needed to do. They got the ball back, pounded it down into the end, and now they kicked it touch. Look for another good throw in by Big Joe and drive this thing over for a try. USA looking to get things going on the right foot here.
Excellent attacking platform here for the home side. Taufete'e. Excellent one-handed grab there by the middle jumper. Trying to set the drive. They've already scored 2 tries here today. Penalty in favor of the Americans. Once again, just electing to find touch, setting it going once again.
It's a big moment for the Eagles right here, getting into the territory and answering back from these 2 tries Uruguay has scored. They need to get something going here. A nice throw to the back. Savetta snatches that thing out of the air and they go to work.
Trying to get it in the hands of the man who's already got 2 tries here tonight. Taufete'e, can he get it going? And he's got it. Can he get over the line? Try is awarded. That's a hat trick. Taufete'e getting it done. Lethal try score from the number 2 position. Joe Taufete'e getting his Eagles back in this game. Fantastic stuff there from the hooker.
How can you not love this man? I mean, he puts everything on the line. Look at this throw to Savetta in the back of the line out. Everything to play for here. The boys just going to work, binding together, and Joe out the back. He's so quick. Once he decides to break away from the small and getting over and finding that seam to get over the line, he just puts his pads down, and there's nothing stopping him from scoring that try. He gets 3 tonight. It's no surprise why he is the leading try scorer in the front row for World Rugby. The guy's absolute class and a great, great player for this Eagle squad.
Kick is up, but unsuccessful. Scoreline now 24-18. Pretty impressive when you think about it. American only on his 21st cap, leading all front rowers who have ever played the game of rugby. You think of some of the nations that have played, where players regularly play over 100 test matches, and Joe has got it done with 21 test caps.
Well, you see him there nailing that throw, and out the back, he's so good with ball in hand, and he's such a powerful runner. There's not a lot of people that's going to get in front of him and stop him when he gets his pads that low, and he's that close to the line.
Once again, back inside ball there. Hammerscheis. High tackle is the call. No malice behind it, just an unfortunate grab around the neck. It's going to take a little bit more than that to bring the big body Hammerscheis down. USA opportunity just to kick downfield here. Try to get back into this game.
Been really impressed with Hammerscheis this evening. You know, he doesn't get a lot of credit out there, but he's one of those workmen in this USA Eagles squad who's there getting the ball, doing the hard yards, making the contact happen, and opening up for the other players.
Great take at the back there by Dolan, veteran number 8. Here's Lasike, one-handed offload, can't find Hammerscheis. Ball going forward off the American hands. Looked to have been another knock-on from the Uruguayan player, but referee says play on.
The set-piece ball is so valuable in this match, and Lasike just doing a good job getting the half gap there, but a little too much too early trying to get that offload, and Uruguay has the ball back again.
Lasike trying to line up Manuel Cat, just slipping out of that tackle. Probably about an 80-pound difference between those two bodies. Into contact now. Arata. Going to the boot now. Joaquin Prada. Well taken there by Captain Scully. Just at their own 40-meter line.
He's just so solid under those high balls. The man gets up and just takes it out of the air. You know, you want nobody else back there taking those things.
Superb one-handed catch there from Tamalau. As we hear the USA chants, the famous chants cheering their team on. As that one goes off a Uruguayan body. We'll see who can get their hands on this. Here's Lasike. He's got 4 bodies on this side. Here's the Eagles. Can they get their 4th try? Stepping back off his left foot. That's Marcel Bracchi. Driving forward there is Savetta. Brought down. De Haas. Finding Dolan. One-handed offload now. Here's Hooley to Scully. Needs a bit of support. He's isolated. De Haas. Taufete'e once again brought down, but it looks to have been stolen, but given back to USA. Switch ball to Lasike, driving forward. The anvil, as you said, Colin. Getting the yards for this Eagle side. Back inside ball now to Taufete'e. 7 meters away from the try line now. Here's the Eagles. De Haas, beautiful ball on this open side. Just 1 meter out from the try line now. Spirited stuff here from the home side. Taufete'e driving forward. Hard man to bring down. 4 meters out. De Haas.
Oh, wow.
Another big hit. These Uruguayans are throwing their bodies on the line. De Haas stepping off the right foot. Needs some support. Campbell's there with him. And the penalty has been given to Uruguay. Wow, some heartbreaking stuff there from the Eagles. That was a fantastic set of phases, but not releasing is the call. You can see it by the look in your face, Colin. That's some disappointing stuff.
There were just absolute car crashes happening in the front here. The line speed from Uruguay on the outside forced Maggie to go ahead and cut back inside. Just unfortunately didn't have the support over the ball that he needed from the inside. And Uruguay doing a fantastic job manning up and making these tackles on these big USA Eagle players. I mean, right, they're actually just crashing into each other at an incredible pace here because they know this is the moment in this match. It's going to give them momentum to carry on through this game. It's all to play for here for both squads.
Well, take a bow. Andres Villaseca, inside center for Uruguay, poaching that ball. 13 minutes gone here in the second half. Slim 6-point advantage, less than one converted try here for the South Americans. Taken at the front there, Ignacio Dotti. Good forward ball here. Here's Arata. Excellent high hanging kick as we've seen so many times. There's Scully underneath it. The defense is up quickly, not giving him any time or space. USA will have to get the drive going from inside their own half. Long way to go. Here's De Haas. These scrum halves just electing to pound the ball downfield. And that ball is spilled forward. Here's an opportunity for the Americans. In the hands now of Paul Mullen. Can they keep it alive? Looks to have been spilled forward, so we're going to come back to the first knock on, which is off the Uruguayans. So another attacking platform here for USA.
These box kicks from the rucks are so difficult to handle in the air. You've seen it all evening. Both teams electing to use that as a tactic, but it's all from the kick chase. Big Cam Dolan, the number 8, ran down there and put the pressure on the kicker. Here it is here. And just that amount of pressure allows that ball to get knocked on, and USA adding the pressure that's needed here in the second half to get these opportunities to score some tries.
So where bodies start to get a little tired. 54, 55 minutes gone. This is the 4th round of the Americas Rugby Championship with a break in the middle. A lot of the players having to go play in Major League Rugby competition during the break week. So 4 or 5 weekends straight of international rugby. This is where all the off-field training comes in hand. Here's Lasike smashing forward over the gain line. De Haas. Tamalau. Brought down there by Nieto. Big drive forward there. Ainu'u. Dolan brought down just outside the 22-meter line. Here's De Haas. Interesting tackle there from Sanguinetti. Driving forward there. Tamalau. Out the back. Here's Lasike. Big drive. But the Uruguayan defense standing strong. Here's Campbell. Plenty of phases here for the Americans. Here's Ainu'u. DeHaas hopping over the breakdown. Back inside ball. Driving forward there is Bracky. But it looks up and spilled forward there by Bracky. Once again, heartbreaking stuff here for the Americans. Plenty of phases, Colin.
A lot of phases, but I noticed on the backside they were just a little slow to realign and get the depth they needed for an attack platform. You know, both teams looking to go ahead and exploit the other team's, you know, fitness at this moment, as we see a couple of subs being made here. Number 18 coming into the game for Uruguay.
Mario Sagario, 32 years old. This is his 74th cap for Los Teros. Fantastic stuff. Lots of leadership in the front row. Less than 14 minutes to play in this contest. Sorry. 24 minutes.
USA getting plenty of opportunities in Uruguay's end. Just like that, a little knock on, you know, trying to find that winger on the inside. Just doesn't go to hand. He knocks it on in the tackle. Looks like Bracky. But they need to clean that up. We talked a little bit about discipline and just being able to have that ball and be confident in contact and play some phases. USA giving the ball up a little bit, keeping Uruguay in this match. They need to tighten up the ship a little bit. They want to get back in the lead.
Well, we've seen it with the Seahawks, we've seen it with the Sounders, and we've seen it with the Seawolves. Plenty of passionate sports fans here trying to cheer on this American side, but unfortunately, penalty going in favor of Uruguay.
I'll say it again, Coach Gary Gold talked about discipline and focus in the second half, letting Brazil back in this match. Something that USA desperately needs to go ahead and refocus their efforts, play clean ball, play this match the way they know how to play it.
Uruguay, plenty of reserves, as you see there. Facundo Gatas, Juan Echevarria, Mario Sagario fresh on the pitch, Leandro Segredo, Manuel Blengio, Augustin Del Corte. Plenty of experience among those players, most coming in from Sagario, who's already on the pitch, as well as Franco Lamano, number 19, as well as the USA reserves. Plenty of firepower. John Quill, Ben Landry, Gannon Moore, Capelli, Pifiletti. Strategic subs need to come in the game of rugby. Bring in that extra firepower. You're not a sub. You're an impact player. Hammerscheis bringing his man down. Arata.
Looks like we got big number 20 John Quill in the game. Normally a starter in the squad coming in. He's going to have some big moments here. He's a big body. Looking to get that physicality that the Eagles need here late in this match.
Ball going to ground here on this open side. Tackle coming in from McGee. Driving forward there is Nieto. Noticing some space behind the defensive line, going up for it there. Referee allowing that one play on.
That was a great grab by Julian in the back. Both guys went up in the air and contested at the same time. Nothing wrong with that play on.
Here's DeHaas once again, going for a box kick. Chases on now from Bracky. Can he get his hands on it? Looks to have been spilled forward there from the Uruguayan player. Here's an opportunity now for USA. Box kick over the top, seeing some space. Where will this one land? Well, an interesting option there. As that ball sails into touch, that's off a block kick. Nicolas Freitas, that ball was rolling towards the try line, and instead of letting it go, he picked it up and had that one blocked.
Yeah, that's my man Honko Hermashais. I talked about it earlier, the guy doing the hard yards, the unsung hero. Look at the big man. I mean, he's just a unit running down there, getting that block kick, putting the Eagles on a good front foot here. A Uruguayan ball, but adding the pressure that's desperately needed right now to get some points on the board. Hammerscheist, go on, man.
Ben Landry on the field now for Nate Brakeley as we see another replay here. Hammerscheist getting his hands on that. I wonder if Freitas could have just let that one roll and touch it down, but nevertheless, still a Uruguay ball here. Under 20 minutes to play in this test match. Uruguay up by less than one try, converted, of course. Uruguay playing some interesting options there. Going for a cheeky line-out throw into the front jumper.
It's the second time we've seen that ball. The first one not being straight, but an option that USA is going to want to have to wrangle in here. Just an easy win for them on their own goal line.
Box kick once again from Arata. Does not gain as much territory as they need, so setting up a good attacking spot here for the Americans just outside the 22. And the man who's got a hat trick, who's got his hands on it here, we'll see what USA can come up with, trailing by 6 points.
Joe's been on the money with these throws out the back, nailing the jumpers, and you got to assume that Paul Lasike in the center is going to get this ball again. It's taken 3 Uruguayan defenders to tackle this man on the first phase. It's been working so far. Hopefully they can suck him in, but they need quick ball after that initial strike. Move that away quickly and take advantage of the loss of numbers.
Franco Lamana on the field for Uruguay. First international game for him since playing Canada at the Rugby World Cup qualifier more than a year ago. Going to reset that line out. I think USA getting lucky on that one, getting a second chance at it. Miscommunication between the Eagles. This is where it really starts to count. When you get in all those practice sets at the end of training. Setting the drive here for the Eagles. They've got 3 pushover tries so far. Can they retake the lead? Taufete'e. He's got Uruguay on roller skates here. They're going backwards, the advantage for the USA. Here's Tahas. Stepping forward, hard ball there from Bracky. Still playing with advantage, of course. Tahas. Chip kick right into midfield. And that's taken by Arata as we're going to stop. Bring that one back for the penalty advantage.
Adventurous stuff from the Eagles right there. We talked about the Uruguayan line speed coming up so quickly and just having that kick out the back. Unfortunately, the 9 right there for Uruguay. Arata just goes ahead and picks that ball out of the air, but normally, if he's slow at all, just even a half a second there, it looked like the USA could have got that thing in stride. But a nice option at the line. They have advantage. Another opportunity here for USA to get some points as Captain Scully comes over to have a word.
Tough job for both captains. Game management plays a huge role in test match rugby. Now USA, well, I don't think they thought for a second of going towards the posts. They're kicking this one deep inside Uruguayan territory. A couple of fresh forwards on for both these sides as we get a replay of the last maul. As that one just gets set at the back in the hands. Taufete'e. Here's USA once again. That ball awkwardly trying to get it back. Who's got their hands on it here? This is sloppy stuff. So at the time where USA needs it the most, they can't quite get it to the back and into the hands of Taufete'e. Opportunity now here for Uruguay. Get out of harm's way.
Civetta on the ground. They're obviously upset with the play call and just not happy with what happened there. He understands what this moment means. 63 minutes gone in this match. USA again left an opportunity wanting here. We take another look at it. Nice grab in the air by Quill. Brought it down, and just in that moment, it looks like the USA lost the ball as the ball is brought down to ground. Uruguayans celebrating. They know what that stop meant. Just keeping USA off the board. The longer they can keep them out, the better chance they have of just clearing their lines, getting out of trouble here. But USA, they're down, they're camped in Uruguayan territory. They need to come away with points right now.
Under 17 minutes to play. Exciting stuff here at Starfire Sports Stadium. Seattle, Washington. If you're just joining us, this is round 4 of the Americas Rugby Championship. USA trailing Uruguay 24-18. Possession has been mostly in favor, possession and territory have been mostly in favor of the United States, but haven't been able to capitalize as often as they would like.
Really impressed by this brave Uruguayan defense. You know, USA with Lasique and Taufete'e, they have some big units running out these Uruguayan players, but they're fronting up and making these big tackles and big stops and keeping them out of the try zone. They're doing exactly what they need right now to keep the lead in this match. USA looking to get this ball. Uruguay might clear their lines, but again, they need to get something going and convert on this territory into points.
Excellent shot. Look how low both those scrums are. Jockeying for position. Pick on the blind side here. One player in support. This is a great burst here from Uruguay. Booted downfield. The chase is on. Have to be quick there as Will Hooley. He's got 2 players up against him. Wow, what a turn of events here. USA sniffing on the try line. Now we're back deep inside their territory. Fantastic play here from Will Hooley to gather that ball up. It looks to be hurt. He's down behind the play. USA will have to be smart on this one. Here's DeHaas as he just sends this one into touch. So USA's scrum allowing Uruguay to snipe around the blind side and kick deep downfield for plenty of field position.
What a gamble for Uruguay right there. A scrum, like backed up in their own end, deciding to go weak side, and what a kick off the right foot, keeping it in bounds. The chase down there, Hooley did an awesome job getting back there and sliding on that pill. But that's the kind of play Uruguay has been doing all game today, and just backing themselves to go and have that weak side option and going down and making that kick. It just completely changed the tide, changed ends of the field for them, and now they have an attacking platform when they should have given that ball back to USA if they were playing conservatively.
15 minutes to play here. Hooley's still getting some treatment after that clean pickup with 2 defenders right on him. Hooley, of course, kicking that famous penalty to beat Samoa for the first time ever at the end of last year. Amazing 2018 for the Eagles. Many saying that they could have been up for the World Rugby Team of the Year, which eventually went to Ireland after beating the All Blacks, but fantastic year for USA in 2018. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, International Rugby here at Starfire Sports Stadium next Friday night, taking on Canada. Always exciting, whether it's hockey, soccer, or rugby, or whatever. When the North American rivalry gets back to it, Canada against USA next Friday night here, 7 p.m. kickoff. Should be lots of fun. Who knows, maybe even the hometown boy, Phil Mack from Victoria, BC, who's got his second home here in Seattle, might be back in the roster for that one. Who knows? Should be an exciting contest as we're back underway here. Looks to have been a forward ball there, and it's called. Uruguay trying to play a quick out-the-back ball. There's a midfield scrum now for USA.
Oh, what a collision. Yeah, the ball was forward, but wow, we're deep into this game, 65 minutes gone, and we could hear that hit up in the booth. Both these teams all to play for. USA gets an early penalty here to go ahead and make something happen offensively, split backs. You know, you got to like Lasique with this ball in hand. He's been dangerous all afternoon. You got Captain Blaine Scully on the outside of him.
Fresh on the pitch now is Juan Echeverria, playing in his 47th cap in the front row. Looking to provide a bit of stability here. Midfield scrum for the Americans. Excellent scrum from both those packs. Not giving an inch. Here's Dolan to DeHaas. Out the back now. Grubber kick here for USA. An interesting choice. sitting there waiting for it. And a great burst of speed. He's got a player on this inside. One more here. And the race is on. This could be a try time for Uruguay. Can they get the cross-cover attacker? That's the try for the South Americans. And at the corner, that's Nicolas Freitas.
And just like that, Uruguay gets another try on the board. USA with the middle scrum. Go ahead using the kick as an option, but what a counterattack from the deep three from Uruguay. They are so dangerous back there, and finishing off was Nicolas Freitas getting that try down to his name, but what a dangerous attacking platform for Uruguay. The ball handling skills, the one-on-one on the outside. Was taking another look at it. Go ahead and kick this ball on down the sideline. Not sure if I picked that option, but stepping on the inside, beating the defender up front. And here we go. The pin and pass to open it up on the outside. That is textbook rugby. Having numbers on the outside, pinning and passing, and Freitas just going down and scoring the try from Uruguay, extending their lead 29-18. You thought USA had something going there. The scrum in the middle, just that kick straight to hand is so dangerous. You're at the halfway line, probably should have kept that ball in hand, played through the phases, but an amazing counterattack from Uruguay, got another try.
Keep the ball in hand. It's the name of the game. There's the man looking to add the extra 2 points, Andres Villaseca, who came in replacing the kicking duties from Federico Favaro, who's missed 3 in the first half. Any chance you give this Uruguayan side with ball in hand, and they will make you pay. That was a fantastic highlight reel try there.
Looks like they're just waiting on the sideline here.
Well, referee having another look at this one with the television match official, but the try is awarded. So they want to just have another look at it, and regardless, an extra 5 points on the board here for Uruguay. Just about 13 minutes to play. Can hear a pin drop in this stadium right now. Not often does that happen in a test match, especially in the United States. USA will need to keep the ball in hand, try to get some electricity back inside this 3,000 or so stadium capacity. Kick is up. The flags stay down. So the score now, 11-point game, 29-18. USA, they certainly have the time to do it. The game is not done. Gonna need to rally here against this South American side, hungry for an upset. Bobbled, but gathered by Uruguay. Into contact, I believe that is the captain, Gamanera. Hammerscheist trying to poach that ball at the breakdown unsuccessfully. Deep kick into the hands now. That's Dylan Audsley on the field now, replacing the injured Will Hooley. Fresh on the field at fullback.
Dylan Audsley's not even a little bit of drop off for him in the deep three. He played at St. Mary's, and as we see another knock on by the Eagles, just changing hands here. And you just got a feel for the boys right now as time ticks down. They cannot have those mistakes right now. They need to be in the other side of the territory, picking up those balls, but just a little bit of ill discipline, trying to make something happen, taking their eyes off the ball. USA needs to circle the wagons here, start playing some hard-nosed rugby, make some hits, get some yards going.
Knock on coming from replacement John Quill, one of the 19 members of Major League Rugby that's on the field here today. 11 for USA and 8 for Uruguay. Truly a game changer for rugby in the Americas. Under 11 minutes to play in this contest. Time in favor of the South Americans as they set up the platform here from the scrum, going to the blind side. Dolan trying to poach that ball. And he's done it. The veteran number 8, Cam Dolan, getting his hands on it. Good body position, both feet on the ground. Giving his side an opportunity to kick downfield, get back in opposition territory.
It was a great tackle by Hammer Shies, the unsung hero, getting off that scrum and getting that tackle around the ankles. But the combination of 7 and 8, Hammer Shies and Dolan just having the ability to go ahead and see that tackle get over the top is exactly what the Eagles needed to get back in this match. You got Taufete'e throwing this ball in, get the pill and get down in the end, get some points.
You need something to happen now. It's in the hands of the man who's already got 3 here today. Taufete'e just marshalling it down the field now. Look at the drive here for the Eagles. This is unbelievable. That's 15 meters there. Now they're 5 away from the try line. Taufete'e breaks out the back. He needs some support. Haas picks that one out from the breakdown. Here's Lasike. He's been tackled well all day here today. Here's Hammer Shies. Bounces off one tackle. That's a high around the neck. Referee saying play on. Advantage there. It is. Blaine Scully can't get a handle on that one. We're going to come back for referee going into his pocket, and we have a yellow card handed out to the captain, Juan Manuel Gamanera.
Yellow card, send it out to Uruguay.
Well, USA needed a free one here, and they got it.
They desperately needed something to happen there, and Hammer Shies just getting the ball done, having another strong physical run, and the Uruguayan defender just wrapping around the neck. He can't do that. Yellow card off the field. Now Uruguay with 1 man down, 71 minutes gone in this match. Can the USA battle back and get some two tries on the board here to get back in front of this lead? They need to nail this line out, get in the try zone right away.
Taufete'e looking to get his hands on this ball. Penalty advantage here. Will they go to the card one more time? Once again, folks, don't forget, time is against the USA.
Collapsing the ball.
Collapsing the maul is the call.
Advantage US.
McGee just finding touch 5 meters out. Uruguay completely happy to just slow things down here. Imagine one more time if that happens, they might be going to the card again. As you can just see, setting the drive. Uruguayan light blue jerseys just pulling them down, not keeping it up. This is a big play right here. USA getting it going. Taufete'e has it at the back. The USA chants going on. Taufete'e has to spin out. Running into the referee. Tackle coming in from Uruguay. Here's Haas to Lasike. Big tackle there in the midfield. Here's McGee. Stepping, going back himself, bouncing off one tackle. Uruguay trying to poach that ball unsuccessfully. There's Civetta. Smashing over the line there. Haas. Numbers on that open side. Into contact now. Bracky. They got to get some points here. Under 7 minutes to play in this game. Haas finding the captain Scully, wrapped up by 2 tacklers. Haas once again. Here's Campbell, picks it up off the bootstraps.
Oh no.
Lasike can't get a handle on it. This will surely waste some time. They kick downfield. Here's an opportunity now for USA once again. Bracky, Hammer Shies. Big body on that far side. Hammer Shies once again. He's still going. If there's anybody that's going to get this home side back into it, it's Hammer Shies. Here's Civetta. Into the hands now of Quill on the outside. Here's Cam Dolan out the back. Blaine Scully. It's Captain USA. Blaine Scully getting his team back in this one. Try time for the Eagles.
And the Eagles get a desperately needed try through the captain, Blaine Scully, the winger, Captain America for this team. been sitting out there on the wing all night, taking balls, and finally gets to try to his name and desperately needed for his squad here. Take another look at it. There was an overlap to the outside. Nice skip pass to Cam Dolan. He just flicks it out of the back. Blaine steps underneath the over-pursuing defender, gets the ball dotted down, and look at him just getting up, knowing time is of the essence. We need to get this ball kicked over and keep on going. We need another try. Here's Cam on the outside. Nice little one-handed flip pass out the back. He knew his buddy on the outside was going to go ahead and dot that down. Nice 1-2 combo on the end there. But it all started on the opposite side with Hammerscheist getting that ball and beating a couple defenders and moving that ball across the field is exactly what the Eagles needed as they slot the kick from the corner, and we're even closer.
Folks, that kick was absolutely massive. It was 6 points. Now it's a 4-point game, so a try will win it here for the Eagles. The clock inside the stadium reads 75 minutes. It's 1 full minute ahead of the broadcast clock, which you'll see on your screen. Don't forget, folks, that the sole discretion of time is the referee who has it on his watch. Exciting stuff here. 4-point game. USA trailing Uruguay 29-25. Taken well there by Landry. USA with possession at their own 22. Plenty of numbers on this open side. Big mismatch. Taufete'e breaking the gain line once again. Slow ball here for the Americans. Electing to just go for that box kick. Hang this one up into the air. Contest in the midfield now, gathered up there by Mirez, who spins it back inside. Good line break here from the fly half. That's Juan Manuel Cat, who's been electric so far in this game. Driving forward now, Sanguinetti. USA down one man, Joe Taufete'e, just off your shot. As you can see right there, holding it looks like to be his left shoulder. Driving forward now. Uruguay happy to have possession just to slow this ball down, keep it in hand. Could potentially see a drop goal as well here. Stepping back inside, running into his own man. Referee saying play on. Some of the American players hands in the air, calling for an obstruction, but play on. On the attack now, one-handed ball out the back. Here's the danger man, Federico Favaro, wrapped up, a couple meters inside the line, over the 40-meter line now. Uruguay just backpedaling here. USA throwing everything they can into the tackle. Foul play. The assistant referee has his flag up, so we're going to have a quick word, blow the time dead, and have a quick discussion.
Both teams right now are absolutely gassed. They're giving everything they have on each play, and you see them just getting up after each crucial bone-crunching tackle, just getting back up in line, making another hit and another hit. Both teams are just laying their hearts out on the line right now.
Play is under review. The television match official will be able to have a better look at this one. We'll see if we can see it on our broadcast cameras. Looking for foul play, of course. Looking for foul play on the ground in the breakdown, not in your shot, folks.
Some sort of foul play happening on the sideline. The referee just having a look. The touch judge points out his flag, saying something bad happened here. Let's go ahead, take another look at it. Might have been a kick on the ground from looking at the replays up here in the booth.
And there you can see it in the top left-hand corner of your screen. Number 18, Mario Sagario, the replacement. He might be getting called for a stomp after the play. I believe that was against Marcel Bracchi. This could play a big role in the game. As you can see, referee Pablo De Luca from Argentina having another look at it. This could change the outcome of this final game. Pardon me, it could change the momentum of the last 5 minutes of this game. As you can just see from the end on camera, you can see breakdown here, smashing their way forward. Should be on the right of your shot. No, we don't see it on this one.
I mean, both these squads getting a nice breath of fresh air here, maybe some wind back in their lungs before a flurry of madness once this ball comes back into play. But both teams were extremely gassed before this little break in passage here. But the Eagles desperately looking for something pinned down on their own end. If they come away with this penalty, it's exactly what they need to go ahead and get this next try to put them above. And here's Captain Blaine Scully walking out with referee Pablo De Luca, bringing in a Uruguayan player. Looks like we have a decision here, ladies and gents.
Looks like Alejandro Nieta will step in as captain, with his captain in the bin. We'll see if we can get it on the... Look at the kick on the ground there from the Uruguayan player on Bracchi, right in front of the AR on the far side. Well, after all that, it's still Uruguayan ball, scrum down inside the USA 40-meter line. Well, if anything, it's given the players a rest, and we're going to have a fantastic ending to this game. Everyone's got energy.
The touch judge right there saw something malicious, but at the end of the day, it looked like he just got hung up with his foot there on the corner on the top of your screen and just gave a little shunt off. Nothing in it there, nothing bad, but Uruguayan ball here just outside USA's 22. USA needs a big stop here, and look at this big scrum from the Eagles.
Big shove there from the pack of the Eagles. Fresh on the pitch now, Thomas Inciarte. Wrapped up by Dolan. USA needs to get possession back here. Any chance of winning this game. Driving up into contact there, 40 meters out. USA just trying to hold it up. That's Lasique with his hands on it. Uruguay keeping control of the ball at every breakdown, not giving USA any chance to poach it. One extra roll there. Into contact now.
USA needs to get off the line and attack the Uruguayans. They're just going to keep this thing slow. Their line speed doesn't come up. Nice line speed that time from the inside, but a double tackle, and then you got to attack that ruck afterwards. They can't just let the Uruguayans play this ball down to death. They need to make something happen here.
Under 2 minutes to play. I think Uruguay will be happy to just keep this in hand and play a slow game and just drive forward, maintain possession, trying to wear out the clock. Inciarte. Tackle coming in. Blaine Scully throwing his body into the breakdown, trying to poach that ball. Some tired bodies, as you said, Colin.
Just going back and forth, just a conservative play, trying to run down the clock, doing a great job at it. USA needs to come up here in force. All three of them need to come up there and make the tackle. Double tackle, did what they did so well early in this match, and whipping and hawking that ball away from the ball carrier. Something needs to happen for the Eagles. The Uruguayans are just taking it to them at this moment. And there we have it.
And it's been stolen. But the penalty given to Uruguay. Tackle around the neck, unfortunately. Once again, disappointing there for the Eagles. This will certainly burn 30 seconds off the clock. Dangerous tackle is the call. Anything above the shoulder line, an automatic penalty, if not a yellow.
Even if it wasn't hit in that tackle, you saw it at the bottom of your screen, just wrapping around the neck. Didn't see what actual number it was here. Maybe we can get another look at it. And there it is, the bottom of your screen. Just that wrap around the neck right there, ladies and gents. You cannot do that. And just right there in that tackle, that was the moment the Eagles needed to get that turnover. Unlucky for the boys in the red, white, and blue.
Well, this is an interesting option. With seconds winding down, I believe this will be the last play of the game. Uruguay giving it to the boot of Andres Villaseca. And don't forget, folks, if he misses this, this ball is live, so they're essentially handing it back if the kick is unsuccessful. This is 43 meters out, 6 meters in from the sideline.
If you're a USA fan, you're begging for a miss here.
And the flags go up. It's a famous victory for Uruguay, defeating USA 17 over 13th ranked. And the final score, 32-25 for Uruguay. Fantastic scenes there for Los Teros. We'll be back in just a moment with post-match reaction here from Starfire Sports Stadium.
This event is going back here on Friday, March 8th. As we continue with USA Eagles Rugby. The USA Eagles will take on Canada as the 2019 Americas Rugby Championship.
Tessin, can they hear me okay?
Follow USA Rugby on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Google+. Connect with USA Rugby on social media to find game scores, Eagles news, and the latest updates on rugby in America.
Sorry, I actually hung up. Okay, we're down here. We're ready to go.
Back here on Friday. That's Friday night, coming up this Friday. Once again, USA
Yo, we got a captain.
Americas Rugby Championships. Get your tickets at usaRugby.org/tickets. Thank you again, fans. Please be sure to get home safely. Thank you for coming out to Starfire Sports.
Well then, yes, but we're going to do Juan Manuel first.
Okay.
Hello, Alex Goff. Alex Goff, congratulations.
Okay, thank you.
Martin's going to cue him. Yep.
So, I'm waiting to find out when, all right?
Throwing it down now to sideline with the captain of Uruguay, Juan Manuel Gamanaro is with Alex Goff. Alex, down to you.
Come on, boys.
Yeah.
He's gonna.
They want him to hold the microphone?
Yeah, he's
okay,
gonna hold
you hold the microphone. So, okay, you just hold it up close.
My shot is just a.
Okay, great. All right, here we go. So when we're ready, I'll just say this. Just you talk, right?
Okay.
Big victory for Uruguay. What made the difference? So
Okay.
when we tell you, just like
Okay.
that would be it. Okay.
vote. You can start anytime you want.
Okay, so really happy for these guys. I had a yellow card and I couldn't finish, but seeing them as they tackle, it's really makes me really proud. We do not have many players. We are all from Uruguay. We all live there, and we know that we have to give more than 100% to win these matches. And tonight it was the opportunity. We knew we had the opportunity. Last year we played back home. The last game, really tired from the Rugby World Cup qualification. We knew we had the opportunity and we made it happen. Just really proud of these guys, really proud of my country. We are 100% from there, and that makes us bigger. Thank you very much.
Good job.
All right. Blaine? Okay, so we got a pink jersey. Okay. All right. So I think we're doing this a little bit different. We're just going to have you stand here, hold that. I'll just ask. I'm not asking you a question on camera, but just like you dug yourself a bit of a hole and maybe left it a little bit too late. So tell us what were some of the issues you're dealing with, and what can you work on for next week?
Yeah, well, I mean, first and foremost, credit.
You can start anytime you want.
Okay, yeah, first and foremost, credit to Uruguay. They came out and put us under a lot of pressure, and it made it really hard for us, and we made it hard for ourselves at time with, again, some discipline issues and giving up some territory through penalties and their ability to kick for touch and move their way up the field. And like we talked about last week, it's hard to win test matches when you give up a lot of penalties and you give up early points.
What about next week? Working on for Canada?
Yeah, I mean, we'll just have to review the game and we'll have to learn some really, really hard lessons this week. And like I said, some of the pressure was on through ourselves, and a lot of it was through Uruguay, who's a quality opposition. I mean, there's no denying that. And we'll just have to get back on the training field and do what we need to do to simplify, button everything down, and just go back to the fundamentals and try to get back on track.
Thank you.
Thanks.